I'm in love.
What did you say?
I'm in love. I'm in love with a girl. I tell you, I've never been so happy. It's the most amazing feeling.
When did you meet her?
We met this morning on our way to school.
Dennis Street.
It was just so crazy. As soon as she stepped on the bus, our eyes met. And there was this instant attraction between us. At first, she just froze and stared at me, as if hypnotized or something. And then, as she walked down to her seat, our eyes were like locked on each other.
Whoa.
I guess we'd fallen in love at that precise moment. And just as she sat down, I smiled at her, and she smiled back. From that point, it was just so simple, really. I just casually got up from my seat, sat down next to her, and said something funny about the weather, I think, which made her laugh. Then we just started talking, as if we'd known each other forever.
So, what's her name?
Veronique. Her name is Veronique, and she's actually French.
Dennis Street.
So, Veronique and I met on the bus again this morning.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I tell you, she is such a cool girl. I think it's because she's French. Although, she did say she thinks I'm pretty cool too.
Hi.
You know, I really love the talks me and Veronique have in the mornings, and I know she does too. We always have so much stuff to talk about. Did you know that French is the language of love?
What?
Or that Paris is one of the most romantic cities in the world?
What are you talking about?
Veronique really wants me to come to Paris this summer. Her dad, who is a brain surgeon, has this enormous apartment out there that we can stay in. At first, my parents weren't too keen, but I told them I won't let anyone come between me and Veronique. I guess sometimes you just have to put your foot down. You should see. Sometimes we don't have to talk at all. We can communicate just by looking at each other. Veronique says that's a really special thing.
Dennis Street.
So, how's Veronique? You haven't mentioned her today?
Oh, well, she moved.
No way.
Yeah, well, she got this great part in the French film. First she was going to turn it down unless I came with her, but... Well, I told her she couldn't let me stand in her way of a great career. That might just lead to bitterness later on in life.
Whoa.
You know, it's funny. I don't think I've got one single picture of her. Of course, I still think of her sometimes. Especially on the bus on my way to school. After all, that's how we first met. But you gotta move on though, don't you? Come to think of it, I'm probably too young for a serious relationship anyway.